audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So great. We'll start today's session. So these were the two homework questions given to you. So just in case if you haven't solved them, we'll be doing them right now.
Sir,
So
I for the first one, sir. Answer for
you
the
did the first one. What is the
yes,
answer of the first one?
7, sir. K is
Okay,
equal to
great.
7. Or the
7. Okay. So like it is really simple. Uh, we all know what will be the derivative. See, two functions are in multiplication in the top, right? First of all, it is a limit of 0 by 0 form. It is a limit of 0 by 0 form. So obviously, if it is 0 by 0 form, I should go for what should I go for?
Difference.
L'Hopital's
Great. I
rule.
should go for yeah. I can go for L'Hopital's rule. Sounds really good. But if you okay, so fine, we should go for it. Actually, the first step shouldn't be that ideally. I'll tell you why. Because when you differentiate it one time, your denominator, can you tell me if you differentiate this thing one time, what will be your denominator? If you
Sir,
differentiate,
2x minus 4.
differentiate your denominator, how much? What will it be?
2x minus 4.
And x is tending to 2. So again, like whatever I get, like after differentiating it one time, the entity that I get again will be again of 0 by 0 form. You can see denominator is again 0. Do you agree with this? So basically, you will need to differentiate it two times,
Yes, sir.
right? So is there a method by which we can avoid it? I feel there is a method by which you can avoid this. So if you want, we can do differentiation two times also. That is not an issue, but it will go really long. So if we want to do it that way, fine. So let us give it a try that way also. So can you tell me how to differentiate the product of these two, like the product function, product of two functions? How do we differentiate product of two functions? Anyone? How do we differentiate product of two functions? So you have got two functions.
of x minus 2 into
Uh, right. So you differentiate one function at a time and keep the other as it is, right?
yes,
That is what
yes,
you do. Okay. So you have got tan of x minus 2. So it will be secant square of x minus 2 and the second function as it is.
yes,
I mean, it will go really, really long. And after that, you will differentiate this thing and keep this thing, keep the first function intact. And then you differentiate your second function. So it will be 2x plus k minus 2, right?
yes, sir.
So, I mean, after that, you will need to again differentiate it and it will go really, really long. So I don't think this method is suitable because differentiating two times and along with that, like you need to differentiate it two times and the functions get a little bit complex. So it is not worthy. So let us have a look at some other method. So basically you have got tan of x minus 2. And if you look closely at your denominator, it is x square minus 4x plus 4. How can it be factorized? Anyone? X square minus 4x minus 4. How can it be factorized?
X minus 2 into x minus 2.
Yeah, yeah, whole square also you can tell. So it is x minus 2 into x minus 2. Great. After that, you have got x square plus k minus 2x. How much? Minus 2k, right?
Yes,
This is
sir.
what you have.
So we can
Okay.
ignore tan, sir.
Yeah, great, great. That is what I was asking. So tan of x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. So if x is tending to 2, x minus 2 is tending to 0, right? If x is
Yes,
tending to 2, x minus 2 is tending to 0. So it is basically tan x by x when x is tending to 0. So this thing equals 1,
One,
right?
sir.
So my overall limit changes to limit x tends to 2, x square plus k minus 2 into x minus 2k
Yes,
whole
sir.
divided by x minus 2.
Sir, I did the same thing like this, sir.
Acha, okay, great. So you applied this. So again, like you will get, what will you get? You again,
Try
you'll
zero.
again get 0 by 0 form. Yeah, you'll get 0 by 0 form again. You can check it. You can open and check it. It will be 0 by 0. So obviously now I can go for the derivative. So can you tell me what is the derivative of the numerator and the denominator? Anyone? How to differentiate the numerator? Okay, tell me of the denominator. Derivative of the denominator?
One,
2
sir.
1.
plus k minus. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Denominator 1,
1.
sir.
Only 1. And what about the numerator?
2x
2x plus
plus
x
k
plus
minus 2.
Yeah, 2x plus k minus 2. Correct. Because k minus 2 can be treated as a constant, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
first of all, is this an indeterminate form?
No,
This
no.
sir.
No, I can just directly input my value. So it is 2 into 2 plus k minus 2. So I
It,
get it as k plus 2, right?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the value of k plus 2 equals to 5.
Sir.
So k is equal to 3, not
Yes, sir.
7. I guess you made a mistake over here, somewhere around here. You took it as k minus 2. That is why you got the answer as 7, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. So just check your calculation again. Fine. Okay, so like it was really easy one. The second one is more important. So you have got anyone who was able to solve it. So you have got
No.
4x minus 1 raised to 1 by 3. Okay, not an issue. Plus a plus bx whole divide by x is equal to 1 by 3. So the first thing that we do in this question, so like just a minute. So it is asking me is 1 by 3. Okay, so it is asking me a multiplied by b. So uh, I will need to find both a and b, right, in order to solve. So the first thing that anyone can do, what will be the first thing that you do in this question? Will you directly go for differentiation, or is there something that I want to know in this question more?
Derivatives.
So you should directly go for derivative. Hmm. Are you sure? There is one thing missing. If you remember clearly, I had told you, if, for example, if you have f of x divided by g of x, and if your g of x is tending to 0, and you get your overall value of limit as a finite value, so where does your numerator tend to?
0, sir.
It should also tend to 0, right?
0.
0, sir.
Otherwise, your value will not be finite. So just check. When x is tending to 0, where is your numerator tending to? When your
0,
x is tending to 0, it should tend to 0. Ideally, it should tend to 0. So numerator should tend to 0. Only then it will be an indeterminate form. Otherwise, my limit will go to infinite, right? 1 by 3 is a finite value. I will get a finite value only if it is 0 by 0 form. Otherwise, it will go to infinite. So let us check when x is tending to 0, where is my numerator? So minus 1 raised to 1 by 3 plus a plus b into 0. So that's it as it is. So minus 1 raised to 1 by 3. What is it? Minus 1 cube root of minus 1. What is the cube root of minus 1?
1, sir.
Yeah, 1. So a is equal to 1. Cube root of minus 1 is 1. No, it is minus 1, right? Cube root of minus 1 is minus 1.
Yes, sir. Minus 1.
So value of a is 1, right? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So value of a is 1. Great. So since a is 1, I can directly change the function. So x tends to 0. Over here, I have 4x minus 1 raised to 1 by 3 plus 1 plus bx whole divided by x. So now it is an ideal form of 0 by 0 form. It is 0 by 0 form, right? If it is 0 by 0 form, I should directly apply L'Hopital's rule. Go for derivative.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what will be the derivative of the denominator?
1, sir.
1, sir.
And what about the numerator? So
1
let us
by
go for
3
the
into
numerator. Great. 1 by 3 into
4x
4x minus 1 raised to minus 2 by 3
great.
plus
plus b, sir.
b.
That's it. Is this the derivative alone of this, the first term? Think again.
No,
Okay.
sir. Into 4.
Yeah, into 4. So fine. Like if anyone forgot what we had discussed yesterday. So you have got your y as 4x minus 1 raised to 1 by 3. So what is it basically? It's basically that inside x raised to 1 by 3, I have put 4x minus 1, right? How do you differentiate x raised to 1 by 3? It's 1 by 3 x raised to minus 2 by 3, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
so dy by dx, it will basically be 1 by 3, and I'll need to replace the inside part in place of x. So 4x minus 1 raised to minus 2 by 3, and then multiplied by, I completed this, I moved inside. So 4x minus 1, it is 4. So this is what I get. 1 by 3 into 4x minus 1 raised to minus 2 by 3 multiplied by 4, right? This is my final term.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So plus 1. So what is the derivative of 1? 1.
0, sir.
0,
Yeah.
sir.
What about bx? What about bx?
B, sir.
B, sir.
B.
Plus b.
Is this an indeterminate form?
No, sir.
No, this is not an indeterminate form. And I already know the value of the limit as 1 by 3. I already know that the value of limit is 1 by 3. So what should I do? I can just directly input my value. So this thing will become 1 by 3 raised to minus 1 raised to minus 2 by 3 into 4 plus b is equal to 1 by 3. Right? So minus 1 raised to minus 2 by 3. Can anyone tell me? Minus 1 raised to minus 2 by 3. What will it be?
Minus 1, sir.
Plus
Sure.
1, sir. 1.
Sure. 1. It will be plus 1. I'll show you how.
Yes, sir.
So basically what is it? It's minus 1 raised to
Cube.
1 by 3 whole raised to minus 2. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right? You can write it like this. So first you take the cube root of minus 1. So it is minus 1. So minus 1 raised to minus 2. Right? Minus 1 raised to minus 2. So can you tell me minus 1 raised to minus 2? So it is basically 1 by minus 1 square.
Yes, sir.
So 1 by 1, it is 1. So it is plus 1. So 4 by 3 plus b is equal to 1 by 3. So value of b, what is the value of b? Value of b,
Minus 1.
minus 1, right? Right? You
Yes,
take
sir.
minus 4 by 3. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 1. It was asking the value of a into b. So 1 multiplied by minus 1. Minus 1 is my answer. Great. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, great. So today, just starting with the basics, I just wanted to discuss from all of you that for example, you have a function y is equal to f of x. Okay. Okay. And it's given to you that the derivative of this function is given to you as some function capital F of x. Fine. The derivative is some other function capital F of x. So, and now another function is given to you small f of ax plus b. And I want you to find what will be the derivative of this function. So obviously, like you can just see it is f of ax plus b. So inside f of x, you have put, tell me, what have we put inside f of x?
ax plus b.
Yeah, linear terms. So I start from the outermost side. The first function that I get is f of x. I differentiate small f of x. So what will I get? What will I get if I differentiate? Nay, what is the derivative of this thing?
F dash
F-
X.
Okay, great. So I have already named f dash x as capital F of x, right? I have already named it as capital F. So what will be the first term that I write over here? What will be the first term?
F of x plus b.
Great.
Capital F of x.
Yeah, great. So I completed this level. I moved inside ax plus b, linear term. What will be the derivative of ax plus b?
A,
X.
Ace.
A.
So this is a really like easy case to remember linear functions. So for example, you have got a function that's inputted inside another function in a linear way. Fine. So you can, what you can do is you can just directly take the derivative of this thing. See what we are doing. For example, you have a function f of ax plus b. So ax plus b is a linear function, a line function, and this has been input inside another function. So what we can do is you can directly take the derivative of the function and then just multiply it with the a, that is the coefficient of x. So like you can just directly do it and multiply it with the coefficient of x. So just giving you simple cases. So y is equal to cos of x minus 1 or cos of 2x minus 1, let us take. So the dy by dx, what is the derivative of cos?
Minus sign.
Minus sign.
Yeah. So you can just, what you can do is minus sine 2x minus 1 multiplied by 2.
2.
Okay. So what you did is you just directly took the derivative. Okay. You just directly took the derivative. You you kept this part same and then multiply it with the coefficient of x. What will it be? Cos of 3x. What will be your derivative?
Minus sign of 3x.
Minus sign of 3x into 3.
Yeah. So you have got y is equal to secant of minus 7x plus 1. Now what will it be? Minus 7x plus 1.
Secant of
What is
minus
the derivative of secant x?
to
Secant
tan
X.
minus 7x plus 1.
What is the derivative of secant x?
Secant x into tan x.
Tan X.
Yeah, secant x into tan x. So you keep the inner part as it is. So secant x into tan x, right? In place
Yes.
of x, I will be putting this thing multiplied by minus 7,
Minus 7.
right? So this will be my answer. Really simple. Okay, because it will be used at many places. So just for reference, fine. Okay, so you have got cos of 5x minus cos of 3x divided by x square. Which form is this? Which form of limit is this?
0 by 0.
0 by 0.
Oh, yeah, 0 by 0, right? Because 1 minus 1. So 0 by 0. So like you should go for the derivative directly, right? So limit extends to 0. So cos of 5x, what will be the derivative of cos of 5x?
Minus
Minus
Sin
5 into 5.
Minus sine of 5x into 5, right? And what about this?
Plus
sign of
sign of 3x into 3.
Great, right? So actually what we do in is like it is in in linear functions, it is really easy to calculate. So we just directly put it in the front. We put the coefficient in the front. So this thing can be written as minus 5 sine of 5x.
Minus 5 sin x of 5.
What will be the derivative of denominator?
2x.
2x. Do I need to differentiate it again?
Yes, sir.
yes.
Are
Yes,
you sure I need to differentiate it again? Like there is one other method if you can think of. One more method I have already. If you can just think of it quickly. If you want to go for derivative, we can go for derivative also. But instead of that, also we already have a method. What you can do is you can split the terms. So you'll get minus sine 5x by 2x, right? Plus 3 sine 3x by 2x, right? And x is tending to 0. We can do this.
Yes.
Can you solve it now? So tell me what, like, so using this method, what will it be? What will this thing be? Tell me, who will tell me? Sine of 5x by 2x when x is tending to 0. What will be
5 by
this
2.
value be? Great. So minus 5 into 5 by 2
5 by 2,
plus,
yes, sir.
plus, tell me, what about this?
3 into 3 by 2.
3 by 2.
3 into 3 by 2. Great. So it is basically 9 minus 25. So it is minus 8, right?
Yes,
9 minus 20 minus 16 by 2 minus 8. Great. So, okay, this was correct. But just for the sake of chain rule, we'll go one step further also. So can you tell me limit extends to 0? So I want to differentiate it again. How would you do it? So you have got minus 5 sine of 5x. How would you differentiate it? Tell me. Who will tell me? Minus 5 times sine of 5x. Can you tell me what will be the derivative of sine of 5x? Sine of 5x. Anyone?
Cos 5x into 5.
5. So you have just got a minus 5 with it multiplied. So it will be minus 5 into cos of 5x
5x
into
into
5,
5.
right?
Yes, sir.
Plus, plus. You have got
3
3 into, can you, what will be the derivative of sine of 3x?
cos
Cos
3x into
3x.
3. 3 cos 3x, sir.
Yeah, great. And what about 2x? Derivative of 2x?
2, sir.
2, sir.
Great. So like you can just evaluate it now. It is not an indeterminate form anymore, right? It is a determinate form. You can just directly put in your values and calculate it. So cos of 0 is 1. So it will again become minus 25 plus 9 whole divided by 2. So again minus 8.
Minus 8.
You will get your answer again, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, great. So like you have calculated or you have found out derivatives accurately. We have understood chain rule accurately. So let us try it at one more question of limits. Actually, we are coming back to limits a little bit because earlier when we were solving questions related to chain rule, so we were not questions related to L'Hopital's rule, so we were not aware about the chain rule, right? So we missed or we skipped many questions related to L'Hopital's rule because we were not aware of chain rule. We did not know how to take the derivative of those functions. So that is why we'll be looking a little bit back. So you have got a function f of 2 is equal to 6 and f dash 1 is equal to 4. And it is given to you to it is asking you the limit h tends to 0 f of h cube plus 3h plus 2 minus f of 2 whole divided by f of 2h minus 2h square plus 1 minus f of 1. So f is any differentiable function. So can you tell me which form of limit is this?
0 by 0.
0 by
Yeah,
0.
0 by 0. How did you get 0 by 0? You just put in the value. So you'll get f of 2 minus f of 2 in the numerator and f of 1 minus f of 1 in the denominator. So it will be 0 by 0. Great. 0 by 0.
Yes, sir.
So if it is 0 by 0, should I go for the derivative? Should I go for differentiation? Like L'Hopital's rule?
Yes,
Tell me, everyone.
sir.
Oh, great. So I'll go for it. So in the numerator, you have got f of h cube plus 3h plus 2. So you have got f of h cube plus 3h plus 2, and you are trying to differentiate this thing with respect to which variable? Obviously, there is only one variable, h. So you are trying to find the derivative of this whole thing with respect to h. So how would we do it? Can you tell me what will be the web chart of this thing? Which function has been inserted inside which function? Who will tell me? Which function is inserted inside which function?
Inside f of h,
Great,
h plus 3h plus 2 is inserted.
great, great. So you approach from outermost side, you get the first function as f of h. The
F
derivative of f of h is f dash h.
F
So what will
dash
be the
H.
first term that you write? What will be the first term that you write? What will it be?
F dash
f dash of h cube
H.
plus 3h plus 2.
2.
Great, great. Multiplied by. So I completed
3.
first part, I moved inside.
3h
What,
plus
3h
3.
plus 3, sir.
3h plus 3? Are you sure 3h plus 3? I need to differentiate this thing, right? H cube plus 3h. What will be the derivative of h cube?
3h square plus 3.
Yeah, 3h square plus 3. Yeah, right. And after that, I come to f of 2. F of 2. So can you tell me what will be the derivative of f of 2? Anyone?
F
Derivative
dash
of f of 2.
Dash
F of 2. No, just think again. F of
Sir.
2 is basically what? What is meant by the word f of 2?
sir, is it constant?
Yes, see, f of x is any function, and in
Yes.
that you substitute x is equal to 2, you'll get a constant value.
Yes, sir.
You'll get a
0.
constant value of f.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is 0. Great. I know, like this was the punch of the question. Great. Similarly, can you just help me differentiate the denominator also?
Yes, sir.
So tell me.
Inside f
Huh?
of h,
F of H
2
2h
minus
minus 2h square plus 1 is inserted,
One
sir.
inserted. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I approach from the outermost side. The first function that I get is f of h. I differentiate it. I get f dash h. So what will be the first term that I write over here? The first
f
term that I write over here.
F
2h,
dash
2h square plus
2h minus 2h square plus 1.
Great. Right? The inside parts won't change. It will be this only. And what about the second term?
2h
2 minus
minus
4h plus
0.
2 minus 4h, sir.
How much?
Sir,
How much? How much?
minus
2 minus 4h.
2 minus 4h. Okay, great. 2 minus 4h. And what about f of 1?
0, sir.
Plus 0.
F of 1 is 0.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Derivative of f of 1 is 0, right? It is a constant value. Okay. So let us see what we have got. So you have got f dash of h cube plus 3h plus 2 into 3h square plus 3 divided by this thing. Is this an indeterminate form?
No, sir.
Is No, this is not an indeterminate form. So what you can do, you can just directly put in your values. You can just directly input your value. So you input h as 0. So you'll get f dash into 2 into 3 whole by, tell me, what will it be?
F dash of 1
1.
into
Sir.
2, sir. Into 2.
F dash of 1 into 2. Okay, just a change in the question. Actually, it was f dash 2. Your value of f dash 2 was given, not f of 2. Fine. There was a printing mistake in the book. So f dash 2 is given to you as 6 and f dash 1 is given as 4. So you are given f dash 2, right? You are given the value of f dash 2, it is 6. So 6 into 3 divided by
4
f
into
dash 1,
4 into 2.
4 into 2.
4 into
So
By
what is the value? How much is it? 9 by 4.
yes, sir.
9 by 4, sir.
9 by 4. Okay, 9 by 4. Great. It is 9 by 4. Great. Great work. So fine. Let us continue. Chain rule questions. Okay, so this one is a really good question. So you have got a function g of x. Okay, you have got a function g of x e raised to 2x plus 3x plus sine x plus 1. Fine. This is a function g, and it is told to you it is a continuous and differentiable function. So nothing to worry about. So it is given to you that f of g of x is equal to x, and g of f of x is also equal to x. And it is asking you the value of f dash x, or f dash of 2. X is equal to 2, f dash 2. Fine. So it is given to you, a functional equation is given to you. F of g of x is equal to x, and g of f of x is also x. So first of all, f dash of 2, it is asking you f dash of 2. How would you do it? How will you relate f and g with each other? How would you do that? Let us see if we can give it a try. Fine. So like it is really simple. See, you have got f of g of x is equal to x, right? So which function is inserted inside which function? Who will tell me?
G of x is inside f of x.
F of x. Okay. So if I ask you to differentiate both sides with respect to x, will you be able to do it?
Yes, sir.
I asked you to. Okay. So first, just tell me what will be the derivative of the right hand side.
1, sir.
Yeah, 1. And I am asking you to differentiate f of g of x. I know you currently you don't know f and g. Like you know g, but you don't know f. But that is nothing to worry about. So can you
Yes,
tell
sir.
me? See, inside f of x, you have inserted g of x. So you approach from outermost side, you get this thing. You get f
Yes.
of x. Derivative of this is f dash x. Can you tell me what will be the first term that you write over here?
F dash g of x.
Of g of x.
Great. You completed this level, you moved inside, you met g of x. So what did
G
you do? You just
G dash
differentiated,
x.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So basically, what have you got?
Wait for a few seconds, students.
Okay. So you have got, this is what you have got. D by dx of f of g of x. So you have got f dash of g of x, g dash x. So the question is asking you f dash of 2. And you know, what do you know? You know f dash of g of x. What is it equal to? F dash of g of x is equal to 1 by g dash x.
G dash of x.
Right? Can you tell me what, can you tell me the value of g dash x? Can we calculate g dash x?
Yes, sir.
Is it, we can calculate. Okay, so tell me, what is the value of g dash x?
Sir,
It is really easy. Tell.
e raised to 2
to 2x into 2
cos.
Okay, great. Correct. So 2
plus
into
3
e raised to 2x plus 3 plus,
cos x.
great, cos x. Great. So this is what you have got. So you have got 1 by 2 e raised to 2x plus 3 plus cos x, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
So it is asking you the value of f dash 2, right? F dash 2. And over here, you know the value of f dash of g of x. So basically, just think about it. If at any point, any real number, where my value of g of x is equal to 2, what will happen? If g of x is equal to 2, so it will be f dash 2. Can I say this?
Yes,
If at
sir.
any point x, right? So it will be equal to f dash 2. And the same value of x, I can put over here and get my final answer, right? Everyone? Okay.
Yes,
So I want you to think and tell me, for what value of x will g of x be 2? For what value of x will g of x be 2? It is really easy to think. Think about it. Can you tell me what value of x, at what value of x will g of x be 2? Okay, so anyone, just try input random values and check. Like it is really simple to think. Anyone, any guess? I have already found out.
0.
Yeah, correct. X is equal to 0, right? You get g of 0. So you get e raised to 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1. So e raised to 0 is also 1, so it is 2. So 1 plus 1, 2, right? X is equal to 2.
Yes, sir.
So in this equation that you have got, you can substitute x is equal to 2. You can substitute x is equal to 2. So just try substituting x is equal to 2 in this equation. So what do we get? So you get f dash of g of, sorry, x is equal to 0. G of x is 2, right? F of x. Okay. So g of 0 is equal to 1 by 2 e raised to 0 plus 3 plus 1. Everyone,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
correct? And g of 0 is 2. So I get the value of f dash of 2. F dash of
1 by
2 as 1 by what?
4, sir. 5,
1,
sir.
5? It
6,
should be
sir.
6, right?
Yes, sir.
6.
Sir.
Because e raised to 0 is 1. So 2 plus 3 plus 1. It is 6. So f dash 2 is 6. Everyone got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Great. So since we have done chain rule, let us try a few implicit questions. So you have got this equation. You have got ln of e minus 1 e raised to xy plus x square is equal to x square plus y square. Okay. So it is asking you to find dy by dx at 1 comma 0. So, okay, so first of all, we'll just make this question a little bit easier. So my right hand side, I'll convert it to e raised to x square plus y square. Remove that ln and do it like this. Okay, fine. So over here, obviously you can check it. If you substitute your x as 1, you'll get your y as 0. So the point is already given to me. dy by dx at 1, comma 0. Fine. So x is 1 and y is 0. So can you think about it? Anyone? So let us try from the left hand side. So obviously the first step would be to differentiate the function. To differentiate both sides with respect to x. See, no need to get confused. It looks tough, but it is nothing different than any normal chain rule question. So the first part that you do, you have got e minus 1 into e raised to xy. Can you tell me how to differentiate this thing with respect to x? Right? You need to differentiate this thing with respect to x. How would you do it? So obviously e minus 1 is a constant, it will come out. And after that, you have got d by dx of e raised to xy. You have got e raised to xy. E raised to xy. Can you tell me which function is inserted inside which function? It is really simple. See,
Inside.
x and tell inside.
xy is inserted inside e raised to x.
Yeah, great.
XY is inserted.
Yeah, great. See, y is just a function of x, okay? Just treat y as a function of x. It is just represented along with x in order to confuse you. Because there was no way to separate out x and y, so that is why it has been represented along with x. So just treat y as any random function of x. No need to get confused over here. So great. E raised to x, inside e raised to x, you have got x into y. So you start from the outermost side. The first function that you get is e raised to x. You differentiate e raised to x. Yeah,
E raised to
great.
X.
So the first term that you write over here, tell me, what will be the first term that you write over here?
E raised to
e
XY.
raised to xy
E raised to xy.
into
Great.
dy by dx.
Now I need to differentiate x into y. I need to differentiate x into y with respect to x. So it is basically d by dx of x into y. It is product of two functions. How do I differentiate product of two functions? See, x and y are two functions, right? X is one function. Okay.
Yes, sir.
X is one function and y is a function of x. So how will you differentiate it? It is product of two functions. How do you differentiate product of two functions?
Differentiation of one term and keep
One at a
second
time,
term as
as it
constant.
is. Yeah, great. So over here you have got d by dx of x into y. So the first term, if I differentiate the first term, what will be the derivative of x with respect to x?
One, sir.
It will be 1. Great.
1
So
into
dy by
1 into
dx.
y,
y by dx
1
है.
into y plus
plus dy by dx into
dy by dx into,
X.
yeah, great. Great. It is correct. So the next term that I get is y plus x into dy by dx, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the derivative of the first term. The derivative of the first term. I get it. The immediately next term that I have is x square. So everyone knows. What is the derivative of x square?
2x.
2x.
Really simple. Really simple. Now let us start or think about the right hand side. So you have got d by dx of e raised to x square plus y square. So can you tell me which function is inserted inside which function? Just as we had the previous one. So you have got, earlier you had e raised to xy. Now you have e raised to x square plus y square. So x square plus y square is inserted inside e raised to x.
e raised to x.
So you start from outermost side. The first function that you get is e raised to x. You differentiate, you again get e raised to x. what is the first term that I will be writing over here?
E raised to x square plus y
Square plus y square.
Great. Now I need to differentiate this thing. So I need to differentiate dy dx of x square plus y square. So dy dx of x square plus y square. So dy dx of x square, what is it?
2x.
Great. 2x
Okay.
plus. Now I need to, this one is really, really like a really good question that you can think of. So you need to differentiate y square with respect to x. You don't know y. Okay, you don't know y. But y is a function of x. So how will you do it? Right? So basically it is dy dx of y square where y itself is a function of x. Can you think anyone? So let us treat this as a separate entity and tell me. So can you tell me it is y square. So which function is inserted inside which function?
sir.
It
Inside
is y square.
Y
Inside
square
square.
is inserted, sir.
inside. Can you repeat again?
Inside
Inside. Tell me. No,
Y.
no worries if you get it wrong.
x square, y is
Inside x square. Yeah, correct. It is absolutely correct. Right? Everyone just think about it. See, over here, y itself is a function of x. And I have written y square. So you can just treat y as f of x. So it is basically dy dx of f of x square, something like this. So basically what is happening is inside x square, I have substituted f of x.
yes, sir.
So just treat, right? This is what I have done. So just think whenever you are thinking of y as a function of x, so just treat it or just think of it as f of x. Because I know y, like when you think of variable y, you get really confused. So just think of it as this thing. Okay. So obviously, right? Because y itself is a function of x. So you approach from the outermost side. First function that you get is x square. You differentiate it, you get 2x. So what will be the first term that you write over here?
2y, sir.
What? 2y. Great. You complete this part, you move ahead. Now you get y. What will be the
dy
derivative of y with it? Yeah, it will be dy by dx.
dy by dx.
Yeah. So what will be the term that comes over here? It will be this thing, right?
Yes, sir.
So 2x plus the derivative of y square with respect to x. So it is 2y into dy by dx,
by dx.
right? So this is my overall right hand side term. Fine. So let us just apply it. So basically what we had asked to do, I had asked you to differentiate both sides with respect to x. So I have got the derivative of this part. It is e raised to, what is it? Let me just write it with a different. So it is e minus 1 e minus 1 into e raised to xy into y plus x into dy by dx plus over here you have got another term x square. I need to differentiate that also is equal to now the derivative of e raised to x square plus y square. It is e raised to x square plus y square, right? Into 2x plus 2y into dy by dx. Now it is asking me what is the value of dy by dx at 1 comma 0. So basically x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0. Can we do it now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like it is really simple now. I just need to input my values. So just substitute your x as 1 and y as 0. So you'll get e minus 1 into e raised to xy. Xy will be 0 into y. So 0 plus x times 1 time of dy by dx. Right? Y is 0. So 0 plus 1 time of dy by dx plus
2
2x is equal to e raised to x square plus y square. What will be x square plus y square?
E raised to 1.
1. Great. Into
In
2 plus 2y times. This one was really this whole thing will be 0, right? Because it
Yes,
is 2 into y, so y is
yes.
0, so it is 0. So yeah, great. So you have got e minus 1 into dy by dx plus 2 is equal to how much is this? 2e,
2 is
Yes, sir.
right? So you have got dy by dx into e minus 1 is equal to 2e minus 2. So what is your value of dy by dx?
2e minus 2 by e minus 1.
Arey yaar, it is 2
Two,
into e
sir.
minus 1.
Two.
Two,
It is
sir.
2, right?
Yes,
2 is
sir.
my final answer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let us just go back. Let us just go back and have a look at how we did it. So I know like in the first thought it looks really difficult, but all you need to keep in mind is that y itself is a function of x. So every time you are keeping x multiplied by y, just treat it as, or you are thinking of y square. So what you do is you just think of y as f of x or y of x, something like a different function. So every time you can easily do it. Okay, fine. Okay, so let us just give a try to one more similar question of explicit function. So you have got 4x into e raised to xy is equal to y plus 5 sine square x. And it is asking you the value of y dash of 0. So y dash 0 means what? What is meant by the word y dash 0? Y dash 0 basically means dy by dx at x is equal to 0, right?
Yes, sir.
So, like, I know one thing beforehand that when I differentiate these things over here and I get terms of dy by dx, so as I can see on the top also, I will be getting terms of y also, right? I will be getting some terms of y also. So when x is equal to 0, I need to calculate that particular value of y also. So should I do it directly now? Can you tell me how will I do it? If x is equal to 0, how will I calculate my values of y? How will I calculate y of 0? Tell me. How should I calculate y of 0? Like, how will I calculate y of 0? Tell me. No one. Anyone. Just think about it. It is really simple. So what you can do is in this whole equation, substitute x is equal to 0,
Yes, sir.
right? So you can just substitute x is equal to 0 in this whole equation. So you get 4 into 0 into e raised to x. X is also 0. So 0 into y is equal
Zero.
to y plus 0. Okay. So what is my value of y? Y of 0. What is my value of y of 0? Tell me. What is it?
0.
Yeah, 0. Great, it is 0. After that, I should start with differentiation both sides with respect to x. So let's start with the right hand side first. So you have got d by dx of y plus 5 sine square x. So can you tell me the derivative of this thing? D by dx of y plus 5 sine square x. Anyone? What will be the first term?
X. Inside
X.
X. Y plus
Like
5. 5
it will be,
and
will it not be
4.
directly dy by dx? The
Yes,
first
sir.
term is really easy. It will be dy by dx easily.
Sir.
Why are you getting confused? Right? It is directly dy by dx only. Okay. After that, you have got d by dx of 5 sine square x. So you have got 5 sine square x.
Yes, sir.
Can you think about it? 5 into sine square x. How sine square x? So which function is inside which function? Who will tell me which function is inside which function? We have done this earlier also. Sine square x. No one.
Inside x square, sin x is inserted.
Yeah, great. So you start from outermost side. First function you get is x square. You differentiate it. It's
2x.
2x. So, right. So it is 5 into, right? So 2. What will be the first term that I write over here?
2 sin x.
Great. 2 sin x. I completed my first level. I moved inside. I got sin x. What is the derivative of sin x?
Cos
Cos.
6.
What is it? So should I
Cos.
write cos x over here directly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is my derivative of the right hand side. Now I will go for the derivative of the left hand side. So in the left hand side, I have 4x e raised to xy. Tell me, how will I do it? How should I do it? See, what is it basically? It's product of two functions, right? I have
Yes, sir.
got my first function as x and second function as e raised to xy. So I want you to
Yes.
attempt it, okay? We have already done derivative of e raised to xy further. So I'll be sending you the notes right now, and I want you to do it as your homework because we have already done the derivative of e raised to xy just 5 minutes back. So I want you to attempt this question and get me the final answer to that. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Sir.
Okay, great. So this is your homework for today. Fine. Any doubts in today's class? Anyone? Okay, great. Then I'll be ending the class. That's it.